So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today I'm joined by the whole band, Blazoner, and they're a new band that's about to put out an album this Friday, November the 3rd. And they're a band that if you like, I was listening to the album and I reminded me of a lot of like sludgier bands like Clutch, a little bit of Mastodon, that style I got when I listened to the band. There's a lot of like there's like psychedelic feel to it. And so it was for a debut, I thought it was pretty impressive. So I have here the whole band. So first of all, how are you guys?
Good.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Great.
Awesome. So everyone say your name and what you do in the band.
All right, Steven, you're up.
I'm Steven. I play guitar and I do vocals in Blazoner.
All right, I'm Brian. I do bass and vocals in Blazoner.
Hi, I'm Andy Murray, drums and vocals for Blazoner.
Yeah, that's good that all of you can do vocals. So basically, you're like a modern The Police.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're like, I'm a big Beatles fan, and it was having the different dynamics of the vocals really makes the band. It opens up a lot of doors for our sound. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of songs on this album that I think sometimes you do like vocal harmonies together in some of the songs or different parts. And I think that gives the band like different depth. Plus, you may be out on the road and maybe one of you is not feeling that good vocally.
Yeah.
So you can have someone else like you sing this part.
Yeah, that's right.
So another band that does that is like when I think of like something like Def Leppard, like they all can sing and harmonize, which is good. So I listened to the album, and I know that you have 3 singles that you already put out. You have one is The Servant, which is a pretty cool track, and the other 2 I'm trying to remember the other 2 that you had, but they're all pretty good, and there's like difference to them. So you guys are a new band, and I was reading that you guys formed actually in February of this year. I think you played in different bands, so that's pretty impressive that you got together this year and you're already putting out an album. And I also read that you self-produced. So tell us a little bit about the people that don't know Blazoner, how you guys got together.
Thank you. Yeah, known each other for a while now.
Yeah.
Been playing together. We just had to kind of reset and retool our sound. We wanted to step up our game a lot. And being able to DIY everything is more valuable than anything gold. So go ahead, Brian. Talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So whenever possible, I'll try to record the band. I've got the tools to do it, and I just bring it to wherever we're practicing, and we'll do it kind of like how you do it in the studio. You record the drums, record the guitars, record the bass. Everybody meets up somewhere to do some vocals, and we go from there. But the guitar, I'll take the drum tracks home, and I'll record the bass, and then like Steven will have the drum tracks too, and he'll record the guitar separate at his place, and he'll send me those, and I'll mix them all together. And then we try to meet up for vocals, because really that's kind of one thing we want to be together to do. Got anything to add to that, Steven?
Yeah, I mean, the DIY thing, that's like really the superpower in a lot of ways, because it gives us opportunity to spend more time on different things. But yeah, as far as the band starting this year, that's totally the truth. We have been in other projects together that were different. We were in a previous project that we couldn't really get the wheels to spin it that much anymore so we decided to start this project. And this has turned out to be, more about like the direction we're trying to go. So,
yeah, just liberating and, being able to dive into the music as much as we can and be creative as we want, put out what we want and be as heavy as we want,
Yeah.
So we're all on the same page in this group. Thanks.
Awesome. When I first saw Andy coming up on the screen, I'm like, I thought it was Randy from Lamb of God.
Yeah.
For like a second, I'm like, is that Randy from Lamb of God?
Yeah. They're not far from this area. They're like
neighbors.
40 miles south of us. So we're in Fredericksburg and they're in Richmond. So it's like,
oh yeah,
they're next door to each other. So
in Virginia. So when you guys came up with the name Blazoner, what does Blazoner, the name, mean to you guys? I know it's hard picking names, and there's so many names in metal now that it's hard to pick a new name. So tell me a little bit about the origin of Blazoner, the name of the band.
It's funny because we were actually sitting on that name for a while, as I recall. It's not the first time that we were going to try and strike up this project. We were going to do it before, and then we decided to stick with what we were doing before and put out another album or two. And then when we got to this point, we were like, all right, we had Blazoner. Are we just going by Blazoner? I mean, so it's been so long, I don't even remember where we got it from.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means. I just like, that sounds cool, man. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Blaze. So. No, but that name actually came from Andy.
Okay,
so
all right.
He's
brainstorming some names, that had some strength, and we could ride the fire with, And Blazoner had a great logic behind it as far as like, imprinting our music and just putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
Like for real, instead of, just toying around in a rehearsal space and things like that, and get out there and playing, man, sharing this stuff with everybody. Go ahead.
It's kind of catchy too, and it's like a Blazoner.
Right.
It sounds like a fun band.
Yeah.
Not even a word. It's just sort of play to the creative part again, just kind of coming up with our own thing as well.
So I'm gonna show the album artwork of your debut record that comes out this Friday, and it's called "Escape to Electric Land." And when I think of that, I don't know why I thought of Jimi Hendrix with this title.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool album titles with the word electric in them, like Electric Messiah from High on Fire, and Electric Land, and there's like Electric Wizard. There's tons of really cool projects with that word. So I like it. And plus, I mean, we have a lot of like really kind of atmospheric, like more noisier type stuff going on in our band. So we're like really loud.
Get shoegazy sometimes, I suppose. Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit, but like in a metal way.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of like black gaze now and like harder shoegaze. So yeah, when I was listening to it, I reminded me of a band like some parts like Asleep, for example.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
where it has that like drony psychedelic sound.
Yeah,
you could get like pardon the pun, like you could get Blaze to it.
Yeah. Yeah, precisely. Yeah. That's the stuff we love too. So that's the influences are there for sure. Sleep, yeah, classic,
yeah,
instant classics always.
Yeah.
But at the same time though, we do want to continue to be able to do different genres if we want. Like we don't want to be like it's nailed down to one specific thing. We might do a prog song, or we might do like more of like a stoner rock kind of like, Deathy Doom thing, and then like another song might have melodic vocals, and it'll be kind of like a Faith No More, King's X kind of thing.
Yeah, because for example, the last song on the album, Full Stop, it's 7 minutes and 12 seconds, and Time Shift is almost 7 minutes, and Misfortune is like almost 7 minutes too. So you have long songs. So
we've always kind of we've always kind of had long songs too, even in our projects. It's an accident, really. So we're not trying to make long songs, but if that's the way it's gonna happen, well, they'll be long. We try to
so much time to fit all that stuff in the material.
Yeah. So I know you had the singles Ghost, The Servant, and Fallout. How did you decide on those three as singles? Because some of them are shorter, except The Servant, that is a little bit longer, but it's only like 5.5 minutes. But I think they all have something different. How did you choose those three singles?
I feel like Servant, I think we kind of all agreed on, even though it was a little longer, and that actually came up too. And Ghost, I think we wanted that one out first. It was a hard choice. It was really hard, but I think Ghost is the shortest, and it kind of has the riffs, it has the singing in it, and just a little bit of everything that we were trying to show off at the time. And but Servant, I think we wanted that as a solid, the second one up there. Oh, I think the only reason we didn't go with that as the first one is because it was maybe a little longer. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, The Servant was like my first pick because it had all three vocals, all three of our things that we do vocally. But like Brian said, we just kept discussing it, and it was just too long, and Ghost kind of seemed like it would be a better thing to come out the gate with, because it had a really strong chorus, and it was kind of like, and then it. But then again, out of all the singles, I think Fallout probably did the best because it was more prog, but that is actually Andy does lead on that song. So, but
I wanted to bring the something real heavy over the crushing as it can, and we want to keep doing that as far as our sound and diversity in the future and songwriting. We're kind of anything goes, and we just batten down the hatches on it all, and that's the process. It's a wonderful experience.
So what themes do you cover on this album? Like any themes in particular?
Man, well, The Servant is kind of goes into like a deep place of like manipulation, like when you've been manipulated or you feel like someone is trying to use you. It's called The Servant, but you wake up to that reality and you figure out how to manage that and to get through that, and you just say no, and you decide that you're going to do something different, and you get out of it. And it's just it. But as far as Ghost goes, to be honest with you, there a lot of stuff lyrically for me is just more like abstract things. I'll touch on things like subconsciously that I maybe things that are in my mind, but it's mainly just for me. It's a word scheme, like David Bowie used to just write a bunch of words and cut them out and put them places. What I do is not necessarily that extreme, but I do like to keep things kind of a little bit more abstract for the listener to kind of but I can steer them in the right direction. The Servant 100% is about manipulation.
Do you guys does someone write the lyrics, or do you all contribute to lyrics since you all sing as well?
We all
go ahead.
Yeah, we all contribute. Yeah.
It's great. It's a little tough sometimes if you're coming from different ideas or inspirations, but we're all pretty open to the criticism or rejection of pitching an idea for lyrics as well, but that's okay. And that's what's gonna make our music better, is if we're all like on the same page and enjoying it, and it's come from the same place. Yeah.
I always tell Andy, it's like the only thing I don't want to budge on is like the melody and the syllables, but the words, change them up. It's all good. So
No, it helped being that flexible,
yeah.
process.
So the album's coming out this Friday, and so how excited are you to have this album out on Friday? And I think you're going to do some shows soon, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
That's November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you guys playing?
Chapel Hill, North Carolina tomorrow, and then Friday we'll be in Richmond, and then Saturday we'll be in Baltimore. So then after that we have 2 other dates in December, and then we're working on a bunch of stuff for 2024. So some bigger stuff. So
yeah, but about that album, we couldn't be prouder to be just presenting this album and be our debut and have the legs it has, to stand strong and be a hard-hitting record. Man, we couldn't be prouder, honestly. We really busted our ass to get it together and be ready for our first couple shows back in April. And I don't know, we're about 7 or 8 shows in now, and it's a big relief because now we can move on.
The shows been so far and the reception of the public?
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, just truly grateful for the support so far that we've been getting, and the response live, and it's been fantastic. Just getting back out there a little bit and part of our community metal community. It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
The old people that we've known for years.
Yeah.
our thing really is shows. We just love playing shows. We'll drive thousands of miles to play a show if we need to. We love to participate in the scene and just be a part of that. And there's a lot too with shows, like where you get so much out of it because you get to meet different people, you get to play with other bands, and it's just, I don't know, it's just like bread and butter. Any band that's not playing shows, it's like you're missing out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fun, and I think you guys should end every show saying like "You've been blazed."
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you've been great, and you've been blazed.
Yeah.
It would be like a good way to end. So I'm sure you got. Do you get the merch for this show? Is one of those shows going to be? Is the Friday one? Will be the actual album release party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have like t-shirts and CDs. We just started the band in February, so we're trying to figure out grow our merch. We're talking about adding some other items and stuff like that, but we're working on that.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing some merch for my channel as well for next year. Yeah. That's where a lot of the money is made for everyone. So
that's the best way for people to support.
Yeah. So next year, are you guys? Do you already have new tunes that you will work on next year, or are you gonna focus on more doing some more touring?
Well, a little both, really. We got a bunch of songs, pretty much 90% done right now. And also we're thinking about doing a EP of just covers, metal style or whatever style we have that we're doing. But
Yeah.
We'll probably put that out first, just because it'll be. I feel like that will be a bit easier.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, can you tell us like which songs are you thinking of covering?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. We've been covering a few during our live shows, and we want to record them all and then kind of pick from the best ones.
Mhm.
But gosh, we cover Jumpin' Jack Flash, Parasite, Castle Magic. Speaking of Hendrix,
yeah.
And now we're moving on to some other like Genesis and Melvins, and perhaps some Bad Brains as well. Just trying to touch more on our influences than the initial covers and stuff.
Yeah. Would you cover like a non-metal band, like something like real out there that no one would think like, oh, like
100%.
Who?
Absolutely. We would
Yeah,
totally do
that would be my next question. Like each of one you pick like a non-metal cover that you would do and why.
Well, Brian, you want to take it?
No, you first. You go.
Okay.
You got
some experience in that.
Well, we're actually covering Genesis. We're doing something like us really old stuff. That's not really metal, that's more like kind of prog, kind of,
Well, they were kind of just like, it was just straight rock, like 68.
Yeah.
So.
but yeah, we definitely are doing that. We actually might play that song on this little tour we're doing. So
awesome. What about Andy or
it just has to be just right, I think in the past we did Cruel Summer and some other fun gags, but that was in the past, but this band, just has to kind of speak to us maybe a little bit more. I'd love to play a lot more classic thrash metal stuff, but it'd be hard to get the other guys on board.
Let's do it.
I'm down. Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I listened to Napalm Death today, so I was like, yeah, Napalm Death. Yeah.
What about you, Brian? Which one would you pick?
As far as like known metal, like stuff that's known well. So here's the thing: is Andy and Steven are the metal guys. Like when I first met these guys, I was listening to new wave and just like old school prog and just like Pink Floyd, stuff like that. I'm a big kind of 80s 90s alternative new wave guy. So I'm not really into metal much, believe it or not.
Yeah.
They're teaching me. Okay.
Oh. But would you like something that's not metal that you would cover?
I'd love to do like something like really weird, like take like a Massive Attack song and make that really kind of heavy, because I feel like they got a lot of chill things that we could make really kind of like doomy or sludgy. I feel like that would work well.
Yeah, that's interesting. A Massive Attack song that way. So guys, it's been great chatting with you a little bit this afternoon, and I'm sure you guys need to get prepared for the 3 dates that you're going to play this weekend. So hope great success for that. I'll put some link for people who want to maybe pre-order the album. I'll put like a Bandcamp link or anything like that. And people, you can catch Blazoner this weekend. They're going to be on tour in a few places, and after that they'll have some more tours in December. But the album is going to be out November the 3rd. So if you like psychedelic, like sludgy with some prog, like I mentioned, like a band like Clutch and Master, but I would lean more like a Clutch, because it's like that. Yeah, like your music is even with the name, you can get that funk factor. The music. So anything that you like to say to the people who watch this video of what to expect?
We really appreciate your interest. Thank you for checking the record out. And like I said, we can't thank you enough for all the good, all the nice words and encouragement and stuff.
Right. Yep. I feel the same.
Yeah, man, we'll keep it up and keep it going. Hopefully be in your town soon, wherever you are. And, stay tuned to us because we're going to keep putting them out and keep jamming and, long live rock and roll.
Right.
You'll be blazed anytime soon. So
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You'll be blazed.
You'll be blazed. So people, until next time, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.